Hello, we are Geeks Assembled. This week we are discussing the second season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The 10 episode return earlier this month, and me and Susan have sat down and watched all episodes. And we just want to talk about it and see where this season's going to go. As it said at the end of that last episode, to be continued.
To be continued. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that.
No further to do, we'll pop over to Susan with our opening thoughts of this season.
All right. Well, again, welcome to our Star Trek, another one of our Star Trek weekends, because Star Trek has got a lot of material coming out these days. Strange New Worlds season 2 was fun. Was so fun. I mean, like apex level fun for real. Boy, like Anson Mount playing it humble, playing it big, playing powerful, and then playing vulnerable with the captain of the, what's it called? The starts with a C. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Anyway, she is he and she come together and apart. It's kind of a dance. It's like to bring in Spock. It's like Christine and Spock. It's like Chapel and Spock. It's like Uhura at the very start of this. She's starting to feel for Spock too. Oh boy, like so much Spock love, and Spock
it's the ears,
and Spock goes through so many transformations this season. Oh my gosh, Ethan Peck acts his face off. Oh my gosh, and then there's a musical episode. I mean, really? Like, can you? I was hoping Alan would be here, because a full-on Broadway musical episode. It was amazing. I mean, it was absolutely out of this world. And then there was a time travel episode where Lon and Kirk go off and do this thing. Anyway, I just have to tell you, I've never been quite so blown away by anything in my life. This was so fun. Anyway, yeah, that's my opening. We got a lot to talk about though. So
yeah, we have. I know a lot of certain fans complained about the musical episode.
Oh, they did they?
Yeah, well, I've only got one gripe in the whole season, and it's not the musical episode.
Do tell me, what's the gripe?
It's when Singh is talking to Kirk, in their timeline, not the other timeline. And he says he's seeing Carol and she's pregnant. Kirk didn't know Carol was pregnant, did he?
Because he may have known that she was pregnant, but he was the long-term expectation is that he's not involved with.
He was quite shocked to find out he had a son in Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, but I mean, Carol could be seeing other fellows.
I just thought it was the writer hasn't done his homework.
Yeah, okay.
But that's the only little gripe I thought. I mean, being a fan, and then you hear Kirk say that, and I'm thinking,
Uh-huh.
whoa, hold on a minute. In Wrath of Khan, he did not know.
Yeah.
But that's the only gripe of this season for me. I enjoyed every part of it, even the
Yeah.
music.
Okay, so I have a gripe too. If we're doing gripes first, okay.
Well,
I thought that Khan during the episode in Toronto in the past,
tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and that's from Hamlet. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. No, it's maybe Macbeth. I don't. It's Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Creeps forward at this petty pace, and all of our yesterdays have lighted fools, signifying nothing. I know I don't remember which one that's from. I think that it's got to be Hamlet. Anyway, it's exhilarating that there was so much antipathy between the Klingons and the Enterprise during the musical episode. That was fantastic. Like, they were really pissed off that they had to come, and turns out, like, Klingons have pop music too, and so you really have a form of K-pop with a boy band at the helm of the Klingon bird of prey, and then they dance their ships around. Fantastic moment. I mean, I was like, this is the best thing ever. Like, Klingon opera is great, but when you find out that the K-pop is better in its original Klingon, yeah, that was sweet. And then there was also, oh my gosh,
What was your gripe?
Oh, my gripe was that there was that
With it was the tomorrow episode. You said something about the gripe with that.
yeah, like was it? I just said it, and now I can't remember. It was I already said it. It was the bit about 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 Noonien-Singh being I didn't say it. He's
That's
such
right.
a
I was waiting for.
yeah, he was such a sweet boy. I mean, there was none of that bravado. I mean, even, in Good Omens, like the kid who plays the Antichrist, he's a good kid, but he's got a fart load of power. And why would this Khan child in the part of the
Well, maybe this was before all the genetic enhancements.
no, he already had all the genetic enhancements. The trouble was is that he was a nice kid and he grew up to be a complete right bastard. Even if Cumberbatch or Montalban plays him, he's a total bastard. So, like,
Some people do grow up to be complete bastards.
even if they're really sweet children.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was, I was just surprised at what a sweet little boy he was. I wouldn't have wanted to kill young Khan. I mean, even the whole reason for blowing up the bridge and then using some fusion bombs or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
proton bombs. What? I mean, really? Like, Khan is such a nice kid. He couldn't kill him then.
That's what I didn't understand about that episode. This organization, this time organization, why send her to, was it the Enterprise?
Because she would know the differences.
To Kirk's Enterprise.
Yeah, she would know the differences.
Yeah, I just didn't understand why to get Kirk involved. I just didn't understand that.
I don't either, but I think it was to have another person who would be affected by the time change.
Yeah, so maybe
because he was the captain of the Enterprise before his time, before Scotty came in. I don't know. Before Pike.
Maybe they time jumped to another timeline with Khan, where he is a nice child.
Okay.
Because this Kirk never heard of the Federation.
Yep.
So it was an alternate Earth?
And the fact that this Kirk and Spock were like, Spock was like, I need your help, and Kirk is like, no fucking way. And so Spock just was like, all right, bye.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like there was that interaction, which was awkward for a fan. But
it was a good episode. I've got to admit, I did enjoy the episode.
I mean, it really was sort of like timey-wimey in the fact that they had to keep going. I mean, and they just used this one device instead of the Guardian. Another one of our podcasts this weekend is talking about another Star Trek as an audio adventure. Audio has talked about and instead of using this little device, they used the Guardian of the Guardian of Forever.
Yeah.
From the city on the edge of forever in the original series. And there's another I mean, this season has some awesome time travel bits. Boimler from the future comes back and bounces into the Enterprise crew at another time portal, and you get the crossover between Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds, which are the one's animation and one's like.
And did you notice the beginning of that episode? The intro credits was all animated.
Was animated, right? And then
animated.
And then in the musical, they had them all a cappella until the very end.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just something really super creative amongst the.
I think there's something special about Strange New Worlds.
I complete agreement.
There's something special. I mean, I tried to get into Discovery. I just didn't like it. And then when this came along, I thought, ooh, straight another Star Trek.
I think that the reason that we don't like Discovery to begin with is because it ripped off that tardigrade storyline that was done by this other person on YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, that was rude. I mean, it was like, here we got Paramount climbing all over people's shit for writing and producing things like Axanar, and other span things. I mean, just big Paramount boots, and yet the studio stole this person's whole idea. Ugh!
Yeah,
Anyway, but
no,
that's why Discovery leaves a weird taste in mouths.
but the Stranger Wales, it's just fun to watch, and it's got the essence of the original. It's got it's and great
Yes,
acting. Um, I mean, there's 10 episodes in this season. I mean, we've
11
10.
with the crossover with Boimler. That was sent out on a Saturday, and so there was 11.
No, there's 10 episodes.
Oh yeah, let me see.
The finale was the 10th episode.
Okay, let me check my episode things because
You got the first episode, The Broken Circle, where we found out that Chaplain Mabenga can kick ass with Klingons. And there was some great action scenes in there. And then you've got your second episode, Ad Astra Per Aspera, which is the courtroom drama,
yeah,
which I really did enjoy that. Then you've got your third episode, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which we've already touched upon.
yeah. When they basically rescued Una in the courtroom drama,
Yeah.
that was fantastic.
Then the fourth episode is Among the Lotus Eaters, and that harks back to the original episode, The Cage, on Rigel 7
Yeah,
with Pike in the originals back in the 60s. Then you've got episode 5, which was Charades, where Spock had to pretend to be Vulcan.
uh-huh. A little bit of T'Pring and Spock
Yeah,
dancing there.
yeah. And then you've got episode 6, Lost in Translation, where Uhura's having hallucinations and things like that. And then you've got episode 7, Those Old Scientists, which was the animated crossover.
Yep.
And then you've got episode 9, Under the Cloak of War, which was where they had the Klingon ambassador on board. All people's thoughts went back to the war.
Uh-huh.
And episode 9, you've got your Subspace Rhapsody, the musical. And then episode 9 is it Hegemony? Hegemony?
Yeah, hegemony.
Hegemony, where the Gorn return.
Yeah, the Gord hegemony. It was horrible. It was just
Yeah. So definitely 10 episodes.
all right. All right. I thought
But
there were
yeah,
11.
but every episode has got something positive about it. There's not much negativity from me anyway, personally, and I don't think there'll be from you.
Yeah.
I mean, when the episode was it Lost in Translation where Horace hallucinating, where she keeps seeing the dead. What was his
Hammer.
the engineer?
Hammer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was horrible. Yes.
It was good to see him back though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because I thought that character had some potential, but killed him off in the first
They
season.
killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had to say the animated crossover was just like a comedy episode, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
don't tell him this, don't tell him that.
My gosh.
I know how to do it. I know how to do this, but I can't really show you because it could change things in the future.
Yeah.
There's a way of doing it. why don't you look away? But he'll just take the backs. So he has got comedy in there. But there again, the original series back in the 60s had comedy.
Had so much comedy, yeah.
Yeah. You know, with the McCoy and Spock always at each other.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that was really impressive is everybody's singing voices. I mean, there was so much talent in this crew.
I mean, when it was announced there was going to be a musical episode, what? It's only been done once before in Buffy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but when Buffy did a musical
episode,
I
know, but yeah, it's only been done once before.
I can't think of any other. I can't think of any other.
Oh, there was one in Supernatural.
What musical episode?
Yeah. And literally, the Supernatural was turned into a music, like a stage musical.
I can't remember. I'll have to get back into my box.
They were doing the there was a group of young people who were playing like a high school musical kind of thing, and they were rewriting one of the books that what's his name, the guy who played God, Garth wrote. No, not Garth. Yeah, Garth wrote books. Anyway, yeah, it's all right. Like the interesting result of that whole thing was that there was the science at the end where they had to increase that cosmic frequency, all the way up to like 300 or 399 or whatever, and they kept building and building, and that's when the Klingons were singing and the ships were dancing. It was just fantastic. Oh my gosh.
I enjoyed it. You know, everybody taking part and dancing, and that, what was it? Why am I singing?
And then the end, like the that was the grand finale, was they had to build up the frequency pattern on the screen to like 400 or something. Go on.
And it was a brave thing to do, to have this episode as the penultimate one of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I'd have thought this would have been early on in the season. You know, because of the last episode being the Gone one, which I thought was an amazing episode, where we meet Montgomery Scott.
Where Scotty comes on board. Yep.
Yeah. So we've had Kirk, we've got Spock, we've got Uhura,
and then there's
we've got Scotty now.
Yep.
So all we need now to see in maybe another season is McCoy and Chekhov and Sulu. Is that right?
Yeah, Chekhov and Sulu.
So three more characters from the original to show up in these strange new worlds.
Yep.
But yeah, when he said, "Oh yeah, Montgomery Scott," I thought, wow, we're getting them all.
Yeah, when he spoke the first time he opened his mouth, and his accent was Scottish, I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening.
It's happening. So good.
It's such a good series. I mean, taking Ned Capel, I mean, from the original series, she was just like a supporting character,
Yeah.
and fleshing her out like this.
And giving her like influence and intellect and
uh,
the fellowship, trying to work that out with the Vulcans. And then what do? They pull it at the end.
yeah, and
Oh,
well, you can say that character, but also Doctor Mbenga. He originally only appeared in the original series in 2 episodes
uh-huh,
when McCoy was not there or wherever, but he was only in 2 episodes of the original, and
uh-huh.
to flesh him out as well
Yeah,
as the ship's medical officer before McCoy.
uh-huh. And his secrets and the daughter in the pattern buffer and all of these crazy things that
His thing to do with the war and the Klingons, and
yeah.
amazing season. You've got everything in here. It's everything and the kitchen sink.
Yep.
Courtroom drama, comedy, musical, you name it, it's here.
Hmm.
And as you say, Anson
Oh,
Mount,
and when Spock goes EVA, EVA, like extravehicular activity, where a person goes on a spacewalk
yeah,
with his little spacesuit on
yeah, and
to the
his little
Galorian ship,
with
or
his little
no, no, to
with,
go to
to the ship, the Federation ship.
the other, yeah, the trying to you know drive that saucer section down to the ground to ruin their blocking tower.
Yeah, I mean the Gorn as well. Was it only appeared once in the original series?
Uh-huh.
Fighting Kirk on that planet.
Uh-huh.
Great, great episode. But now they've got the Gorn as their sort of main villains.
Yeah. And the Gorn have uh, like the Hoth in Doctor Who, the whole like liquid oxygenated thing mask on, their space mask,
Yeah,
and that gets
it,
shot off. Yeah.
great the way they've adapted. You can still see it as a Gorn. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
before the 60s, the Gorn was a green man in a costume in a green costume, but the Gorn they've sort of kept the sort of features, the snout, and
Mm-hmm.
they've just readapted it. Um, so the Klingons are Klingons, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, you know what
With
you're
the
going to get.
ridges and not with you know
Not like the human facial.
yeah, and
The
not like the
Discovery.
Discovery sort of balding,
Them Klingons were stolen from Farscape.
or the Silurians. Yeah, but yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because I can't remember the name of the villains in Farscape, but they just look like the Klingons did in Discovery,
Yep.
and Farscape did it first.
But the important thing to realize with Discovery is that they've stolen like
Oh,
like those first two seasons were really unoriginal in terms of you know in terms of like the ship and the transportation and like the Klingons being from Farscape and like I mean there was a little bit unoriginal about those first two seasons. Like they weren't actually doing something new. Oh yeah, and the yeah, like the what you call it, the admiral and the way he was
Admiral.
He was not allowing the anyway. That whole thing was
It was Admiral April.
Admiral April. That's right.
Yeah. Who was a captain of the Enterprise at one point
Yes, yes. Before, right?
before Pike.
Right, right.
After that,
Uh-huh.
right? Because I lose track of how many captains the Enterprise have had. but for me, one of the best ones in this season was among the Lotus Eaters on Rigel Vll, where the memory started to lose the memory. Someone on the planet was making them lose their memories and didn't know who they were, and
No, it was the radiation,
radiation. Yeah,
and the only way to get away from that was like to go in the castle.
yeah, and but it was also affecting the crew as well on the ship.
On the ship, yeah, because of the asteroids or whatever.
And that was just amazing to watch people's faces when all of a sudden they couldn't remember
Yeah.
going on. How do I fly this ship? Who am I?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Ortega, and like how she had to like reteach herself how to fly the Enterprise. I mean, like that's amazing.
it was great. It was great acting from all,
Yeah, that was a spectacular episode.
and
And
also
that go on.
also we're getting the feud between the two Kirk brothers,
I know. That
which
was amazing too.
I don't know where that's going to lead to. But Sam Kirk just seems to have it in for Jim all the time.
Yeah, there is a lot of rivalry there. But the other thing that's really interesting about that is that Kirk has his own ship, the Farragut,
Yeah, he seems to
and
spend more time on the Enterprise.
he wasn't I don't know if he was on the Farragut originally in the TOS.
Mm, I can't remember now. He might have been.
Yep.
So, anything else you would like to say about this wonderful season?
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah,
It was so fun. And the aspect of character development. I mean, all these characters are going through so much and they actually are developing. Like they're in relationship, they've rolled up their sleeves, they're working on the relationships that they're in. So it's not just like a one night stand situation like Kirk had in the original series.
yeah.
I,
Also as well, if you watch the episodes as you go along, Pike isn't involved in some of the episodes that much.
yeah,
It's more, as you said, character development of the other crew members.
right.
Uh, like
Yeah,
the first, like the first episode, Pike. Well, he's only in at the beginning, and then he goes off somewhere.
yeah. And
Yeah,
Is is coming to terms with the fact that she and Spock won't be together. Like she was really sort of Spock when and so was Christine, but like it's I mean she ends up singing that song about being alone.
yeah.
I mean that's brilliant.
Or the song where she tells Spock, "I'm going to the thing in without you." Where the she got the medical thing, didn't she?
Yeah,
He didn't take too kindly to that.
right.
Yeah. But then in the episode with the lower decks crossover, He was what's his name? Was so frightened of Spock.
Boimler.
Bromer. Because he kept smiling,
I know.
freaking him out.
Yeah. And that, yeah, that episode was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, great episodes all round. So, anything else you'd like to say for final say and score?
I think this is the first time that there's been a crossover with an animated series in a live action format, which was fantastic. I've never seen it done before. I mean, yes, there was a supernatural Scooby-Doo thing.
Yeah.
But this is an in-universe crossover, and they nailed it. Like that, it was really, really breathtaking, that one. That one really was so beautiful to me.
Yeah. It was an amazing series. So
And the original series, like TOS, and the fact that they used these old scientists, another TOS with the crossover. I mean, there were so many Easter eggs, okay? Like the Easter eggs were just like everywhere.
cool.
And Mariner Beckett was amazing in live action.
Yeah.
Those two actors in like playing their characters in animation and then moving them to live action, that was fantastic.
Even giving Jack Quaid purple hair.
Uh-huh.
To the point. Every time the light hits it, yep, it's definitely purple.
Yep.
Right, so what would you give this then?
I give this 539 out of 10. Whatever that final level was, to say it. I mean, if they can do this much fun with their, I just don't know why it's not like breaking Mandalorian's viewing records. I don't get it.
It's mostly because it's not on the Disney Channel,
or it's not on CBS. It's on
Paramount.
Fucking Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
Streaming.
That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, for me, I would give this 10 singing and dancing Klingons out of 10.
Oh yeah, come on, K-pop.
Oh, amazing! I never expected that to happen, but there you go.
And they sounded like New Kids on the Block. They sounded like these. I mean, they just had that sort of. I don't know, maybe BTS. I don't know. So good.
But yeah,
One Direction.
That's a scene what you'll never forget. It's
One Direction.
Oh God, no. So that's our little review discussion of Stranger World season 2. So
thank you for participating. Live long and prosper. Thank you for participating in our Star Trek weekend. And you don't have to do it. You're wearing the shirt. You don't have to do it. Just show your chest. There you go.
I'm not flexible anymore. Not at my age. But that's another story.
Sorry.
So please, you guys out there, if you've seen this season, leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought of it. Did you like the musical? episode. If you did, just leave us a message, leave us a comment. If you want to join us, leave us a comment. And we're going to get t-shirts printed up just saying, leave us a comment. It saves us saying it then. But yeah, messages if you want to be part of it, part of this, appear on the screen like this, or just join our group on our Facebook group. We've got one there. We've got posts up every day. Feel free to browse it and have a look and join. If you want to be on this little screen here with us, you've got to be 18 plus, because there's some things we do talk about are 18 and over. Sometimes. So that's all we ask of that, and you can join us on a tablet, a mobile phone, a PC or a laptop. As long as you've got a camera and a microphone, you're in. That's it. And while we're on the subject of YouTube, please press the bell notification button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. Sometimes it's 2 to 3 a week, depending when I can remember to put them up. I put one up today, so we've only got one left in the draft, Susan.
Oh, okay.
So that's a hint.
I'm picking up what you're laying down there.
Good-o.
It's not lost in translation.
Oh,
I know.
And now we're going to end this cast now with Susan doing a bit of K-pop in the style of the Cleons. Over to you, Susan.
Kapla, kapla, we are. Kapla, kapla, we are. Dab.
And she claps herself.
I know.
So from me, it's goodbye. And from Susan, it's goodbye too.